I'm trying to figure out, like, not really, but like, what the fuck is wrong with some of you Africans on this app? Like, y'all be wild disrespectful to us original Americans, us true American Indians. Like, what's wrong with y'all and other foreigners disrespecting my people and our contributions? And other people that ain't us disrespecting. Like, what's wrong with all y'all? Especially melanated foreigners. You do know, like, without my people fighting for our rights, y'all wouldn't be here. Because the U.S. was only trying to let in other Eurasian immigrants. They wasn't trying to let no melanated peoples over here. That's why after the Civil Rights Acts of 1968, you see melanated foreigners from all over start flooding in, and others, but it was a lot of non-Eurasian or non-quote-unquote European start flooding in at them times. And then after this, in 1970s, the so-called Eurasian invaders that was here calling themselves Native Americans, prior to 1960, the term Native American was applied to them in the 1970s. That's important on what we about to cover. In the 1960s and well before, my people was always fighting for our rights and the rights of others, which in turn inspired others around the world to start fighting for themselves, because we always fought for ourselves. We don't run from our lands. Y'all remember that. None of them foreigners and others was in them marches, in them RIOTSs, or in our communities fighting with us. They rode our coattails afterwards, like they always do, like they still do today. We ain't the same. And now that we yelling that in numbers, they got a problem with. Now that we starting to gatekeep our many cultures and contributions and delineate from others, they got a problem with that, which is strange, mad weird. But check this out behind me. All right. This is the Civil Rights Act of 1968. And down here, you see where it says nicknames, Indian Civil Rights Act and Indian Bill of Rights Act. And we know that we were the only Indians fighting for our rights. Those so-called natives was nowhere around us. But this is our people, right? The so-called black people, right? Why would they call our Civil Rights Act what we fought for, the Indian Civil Rights Act and the Indian Bill of Rights Act? Hold on. Next, you see Fair Housing Act and Housing Rights Act, right? That's important. Check this out. Because what I heard is Africans and others trying to insult us for having, or some of our people living in Section 8. Most of our people don't, but a lot of our people do. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. We fought for that. That was a right that we fought for. You feel me? And you see where up there above my head, it says U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Office of Public and Indian Housing. I just showed you where it came from, when we fought for it. That's why we can have Section 8. My people fought for that shit, cuz. So for the people that need it, it ain't nothing wrong with it. Y'all stop hating. Y'all people need that over there in y'all lands. You feel me? Because if you had it, you probably wouldn't be running over here. Now, I hope you slow teethers and goofies in the back was able to keep up, because I made this very, very simple, trying to break it down so some of you indoctrinated people that's suffering from cognitive dissonance can understand. Y'all just need to put some fucking respect on our name, because I could talk about a lot with y'all, but I'm not. I ain't gonna talk about y'all fleeing for y'all land. You know what I mean? The Chinese coming in, taking over. You feel me? Y'all being forced to learn their language. 500 million Africans don't even have an identity. They don't know where they come from. But y'all so quick to tell us we don't know where we come from, when most of our genealogy and even the states is older than a lot of y'all countries. Ain't gonna talk about y'all irrigation systems, your undeveloped cities and everything. We ain't gonna talk about that because I ain't gonna go there. For y'all indoctrinated miseducation, you feel me? I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about y'all having our old textbooks from the 90s and shit like that. I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it player. You feel me? Y'all enjoy the rest of this video. Peace, love, and power to my people.
I fucking read. Y'all read about the civil rights movement. They always talked about the civil rights movement, but never heard the law that was passed, the Civil Rights Act. The first one in 1866. They never read the second one in the 20th, the first one in the 20th century regarding voters registration. They never the voters registration, the follow-up to that was when they killed Martin Luther King, and Lyndon B. Johnson called into Congress and said, you got these fucking Indians going crazy. Y'all motherfuckers better do something quick. Give them what they want. Give them what they want. And one stipulation, Title I, they gave us everything that they fucking marched for and that they wanted. Not that y'all niggas use it, because y'all motherfuckers calls yourselves African and all this other shit. You think you came from somewhere else, so the shit don't never work for y'all, right? So now my problem is this, because the fucking Native Americans are not American Indians, and African Americans ain't even fucking African. Y'all gotta get this shit together and stop letting these motherfuckers play with your mentals, okay? You figure out at the point where you started calling yourself black was because some fucking body told you. And it probably wasn't grandma. Probably wasn't even grandma. Grandma ain't never called you black. If grandma ain't never had no conversation with you about Africa, guess what, baby? You're probably not African, okay? Let's get that clear. But back to these fucking Native Americans. Why the hell are y'all so mad? Why you so angry? Y'all wasn't in those 14 colonies. Oh, yeah, I didn't make no mistake. I said 14 colonies because I'm a fucking researcher. I am a genealogist, and I've been doing this shit for 13 years. I know the 14 colonies. I know all the counties and the parishes and all of that, what they used to be called, what they're called now, when they were incorporated, when they changed them over, and the people that they tried to flip-flop to confuse the fuck out of you. Now, again, it's wine time. It's always happy hour somewhere, okay? But again, y'all gonna have to stop this shit. Public Law 90284, Title I, regarding Indians and riots. Title II, the rights of Indians. And then it goes on and on and on, down to Title VIII with fair housing. This is what they decided to call it to camouflage the shit so you motherfuckers forget that you're the fucking Indians. And they did a good job because you motherfuckers think that you're something else. Well, every so-called black person that I know always heard they had Indian in their family, from their family. They heard it from a live person in their family. The live historian in their family has told them that they had Indian in their family. And now I find myself asking these elders, where the fuck did the Indian go? How the fuck did the Indian become some other shit? Y'all got me fucked up. We're going to stop playing these games, though.